Beyond the podcast of 1984. Beyond the podcast of 1984. Beyond the podcast of 1984.
Hey kids, what's up? It's Charles the Bizarre Alien here. It's what day is it? It's been a while, man. Oh, it's May 23rd, 2024. It's very, very late right now. And here we are with I guess this is season 2, which is kind of funny because it's not, I don't know, it's not a TV show, it's a podcast, but I don't know, I guess everything's is going by seasons now, which I think is funny. Anyhow, so here we are. This is episode 1, season 2, world premiere of Beyond the Podcast of 1984. And so, first of all, I would like to thank my producer and one of my best friends in the world, Mr. Tim Matson, for that very, very cool intro. I originally had an idea for it. This thing I recorded, it was this really glitchy, almost kind of noise thing. I got off this, recorded off this channel that wasn't playing right. It was like this really high-pitched, glitchy sounds. And Tim ended up coming up with something, put it on there. I'm like, you know what? It's actually way better than I thought. I really like it. And if you've ever seen John Carpenter's The Thing, not The Thing, sorry. I can't think straight. Like I said, I'm taking a lot of medication these days, so that's part of my excuse. My brain's a little bit cloudy. I meant to say John Carpenter's Prince of Darkness. The scene where after the one of the guys leaves the building, and then that homeless woman just comes running right at him, stabs him to death. Then he comes back, gives that creepy, very creepy speech, and then he proceeds to just fall apart and is full of bugs. And you have to excuse me if I'm a little rusty right now. I actually don't have any rust on me. I'm not made out of metal. I'm not Tetsuo Iron Man. I'm not the Rust Man. Oh boy. So yeah, I last Friday I tried to do a new episode and I totally screwed up. And what's the point? I don't know. Like I said, I'm a little rusty, which I think that term is funny. But here we are with a new episode. And I do not have my notes with me. I actually was trying to be more concise, taking notes. I didn't. And here's the deal. If you don't like it, there are thousands of other podcasts out there that you can listen to that are probably better than mine, and I don't really care, you know. And that actually had me a little bit depressed a while back. Like I said, it's been a couple months, and I did attempt to do a new episode last Friday, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 times, and I kept screwing up, so I deleted it, and then I just gave up. But I'm back, and what have I been up to? Well, let's see. For the last few months, I think I talked about it a little bit on one of the last episodes, but I went to the doctors, had my health checkup, everything updates. Turns out, what was it? Diabetes. The not the bad diabetes, but the kind where you can possibly reverse it. Well, it's gotten worse. I went to the doctors yet again, had more blood work done. I've had a lot of needles stuck in me in the last couple months. I'm taking now, as of yesterday, I'm taking 10 pills a day, and it's supposed to help bring down my blood sugar. We'll see. This new pill I'm taking is supposed to be pretty strong. Other than that, God, you know, dealing with a lot of BS. And see, I was saying too much, and I know Tim's probably gonna delete all that. That's fine. That's just it's kind of how I talk, but it's also kind of hard when it's just you. And I'm using my trusty Zoom device here. And am I gonna get to a point? Yeah, I'm sure I'll get to a point. But like I said, it's been a while. I repeat myself. I tend to do that. It's part of my personality, and everybody's different. Everybody has a way of communication. I feel like I'm doing stand up in front of nobody, and on that note, stand up is a lot harder than you can imagine. So I haven't done stand-up comedy in over 4 years now. I guess it's been 4 years since COVID, and it's funny that people are still talking about it, still in the news. Like, oh boy, that's great. But what was my point? I'm not gonna turn this off because I was just thinking I'm getting pointless here. So anyhow, but dealing with my health, trying to eat better. Obviously, one of the things the first thing I did was I quit drinking beer, which, kind of missed my Pabst Blue Ribbon, but hey, that's fine. Quit drinking ginger ale, too much sugar. Eating more vegetables these days, at least trying to. I've been listening to a lot more music again because I have a lot of music at home that I just, in my collection that I need to catch up on. Like I recently got, from Andy from Mortville Records. I got the Traffic Death. What was it? What was it? The pile about whatever. It's like 2 LPs and two 45s. Really good stuff. Thing is, I didn't realize I'd already bought it months ago. I thought it was a new Traffic Death. I'm like, whoops, shows how much I paid attention. But it's a pretty kick-ass kind of crossover thrash, a little death metal. I like to use the word raging because it's pretty good, man. But I've been listening to, that. A few weeks ago, I found a CD. I saw them live years ago, but Oil Filter, this local band, pretty good stuff, really heavy. Got a slight industrial feel to it, but like really, really heavy stuff, really kick ass. I hope Matt's doing good. I haven't seen him in a while. I haven't heard from him, but Matt was the singer of Oil Filter. They broke up a long time ago, and pretty good stuff. And then another local band with John Swanstrom, old band, The Flies. Fast, pretty cool, old kind of, just punk rock, man. But, other than that, listening to, The Germs, Lords of Acid, like another album just full of remixes. I love Lords of Acid. Voodoo You is my favorite album by them, but God, what was the name? The one I got, it's like a remix album. Another, bunch of remixes. Like, that's cool. Sexy music. Been listening to Mortician and Slaughter. And I'm talking about the Canadian one, not the terrible God, Mark Slaughter. Ugh. I could never get in that band, and I like a lot of, so-called cock rock, glam rock, whatever stuff. But speaking of that, I've been rocking out with the Bullet Boys, and God, was it Firehouse? I gotta tell you, the lady on the cover of that first Firehouse album was freaking hot. She is hot. She still looks good. I looked her up. She looks nice, man. But some good stuff. A lot of stuff. Been listening to a lot of, God, was it Skin Chamber, old kind of industrial metal band, and just random stuff. I can't even think straight right now. So yeah, this is kind of like, here we go again. Like the very first episode I did, an introduction episode when I very first did the show, I was talking a lot about slasher films and stuff. Been watching a lot of movies lately. Of course, Roger Corman passed away, was a couple weeks ago, less than a couple weeks ago. And dude was a legend. He started the careers of a lot of people. Jack Nicholson, was it Francis Ford Coppola, Geez, I can't even think of the other actors. My mind is just kind of going dull. It's really fuzzed out right now. But anyways, I watched a bunch of movies that he produced. And my favorite one out of the bunch is definitely Battle Truck, aka Warlords of the 21st Century. It's one of my very favorite post-apocalypse films. It's so good. It's got Michael Beck from The Warriors and Xanadu in it, and what is it, that actor, the guy that played Cliff and Cheers? It's a kick-ass movie, man. I actually feel like watching it yet again. But I watched Up from the Depths, Demon of Paradise. I think, what was that other Roger Corman one? Oh, a movie called Grotesque, which was really, really odd. Linda Blair, gosh, she looked great in it, but that movie was actually kind of fun, kind of ridiculous, and really odd. I highly recommend it. It's like a movie within a movie, and the ending was just fantastic. I was laughing, but kind of a mean-spirited movie, but also kind of funny. Definitely, I wish I could think of that. Linda Blair, the movie with her and, was it Linnea Quigley, when they gang rape her, and then she goes with her friends and gets revenge. She has that little crossbow rifle. Not Mean Streets. No, maybe it was Mean. No, that's because I keep mixing that up with who is it? Not Martin Scorsese, I think. Anyways. So I'm watching a lot of movies. A while back, I watched a bunch of shot-on video stuff.
You're still afraid?
Stop it now! I mean it!
He's coming to get you, Barbara.
Stop it! You're ignorant!
He's coming for you, Barbara.
Stop it! You're acting like a
He's
child!
coming for you. Look, here he comes.
Now he'll hear
Here he
you!
comes now. I'm getting out of here, PCA. Tune in to PCA's Podcast Weekly on Beyond the Podcast of 1984. BTP 1984.com. Beyond the Podcast of 1984.
Beyond the podcast of 1984.
Like, Midnight Skater, Demon Summer, Forest of the Dead. I love all that stuff, man. Video Violence. I got to thank my friend Jeff from Psychic Death and Lipsick. He lent me this really kick-ass book called Analog Nightmares, and it's all about, goes up to a certain year, I think about mid-90s, shot on video. There's a lot of movies in there that I really want to see, and there's a lot I'd love to get in my collection. But it was just nice seeing some pals. I don't really talk to them a lot. I really look up to those guys. I respect them all, like Joe Winecoop, who to me is a legend, Tim Ritter, and oh my God, Eric Stan. Is it Eric Stans? Eric Stans, Todd Sheets. All those guys, man, are great. J.R. Bookwalter. I mean, they're all legends. The Polonia brothers, that did Splatter Farm, bunch of other movies. Anyhow, that kind of kicked me in the ass, and I was watching a bunch of shot-on video stuff. I just got a movie a couple of weeks ago. Got to mention my friend Jeff again. What's up, buddy? He sent me a link, and this crazy movie, really kick-ass Japanese movie. And I think that's going to be hard to think. I'm going to talk about some movies here. Really amazing, awesome film called Bloody Muscle, Bodybuilder in Hell. And it's described as like the Japanese Evil Dead. And it's definitely, there's a lot of references to Evil Dead. In fact, there's a blatant ones, like the guy gets a shotgun, looks at the camera, and groovy. And that's like the only English he speaks. Anyhow, I saw the trailer and I was like, oh my God, I was like obsessed. It just looks so good. It's, so you get this guy, and in real life, he was a bodybuilder. Well, I'm sorry, I don't know if he still is, but he's still around, a lot older, obviously. But anyways, because this movie came out, I think, 94 1995, and it took many, many years to finally get it officially put out. Anyhow, so, the basis is you got this dude, meets up with his ex-girlfriend, and she's like a journalist slash writer, and she wants to write about this haunted house, which is funny because it has to do, at the beginning of the movie, has to do with his dad, and some freaky stuff that happens. And anyhow, she wants to do an investigation, write about the house, and she brings along this psychic slash paranormal expert guy, and it totally turns into Evil Dead. It's got some really kick-ass stop motion effects, practical effects, very gory, really fun movie, very creepy soundtrack. It's got some really amazing camera angles, like the way it was shot. Very, very cool. I'd like to see what else this guy's done. But anyways, I found it. I typed the name of the movie in and wrote Blu-ray. Thought, well, let's see if anything pops up. And it turned out it did get a release. And I apologize, can't remember the name of the company. But if you type in, bloody muscle bodybuilder in hell, it will bring it up. Apparently it came out many, many years ago, limited edition. I think he did like 100 DVD-Rs, and it sold out like instantly. And I can only imagine getting a copy of that. That'd be really cool. But I'm really happy with the beautiful Blu-ray. It comes with like a little mini poster and a little booklet, a little story about the movie and stuff. But no, I'm really hyped on the movie. I loved it. I'm gonna watch it again probably pretty soon, because I was just like, God, this is awesome. But it's kind of funny that it's listed along movies like Demon Wind and like Savage Harvest is all kind of like Evil Dead ripoffs. But but the funny thing is, Evil Dead isn't 100% original either. If you ever watched that late 60s film Equinox, Criterion put out a really lovely, I believe it's a 2-disc set. It's got a couple different versions. But anyways, Evil Dead borrowed a lot of ideas from that. It's still, I love Evil Dead. I'm not trashing on it, but I always laugh at people, yeah, original. It's like, kind of, not really. But anyhow, I love horror movies, and I'm not here to like trash on. But I'm just gonna say, if you like Evil Dead and Demon Wind, which is another pretty cool, what the flip am I watching? It's just a weird movie, but really cool. Savage Harvest 1 and 2, both are great. Second one's a little slower, but anyways, I really love movies like that. Small setting. Usually a cabin, and you got evil and people getting possessed one by one. I love that stuff, man. I love it. Just fun, good times. But anyhow, I really recommend the Bloody Muscle movie. The name just cracks me up, but it's a really kick-ass movie, and I want to see what else the guy's done, because I'm pretty sure he's done other films, but I want to look him up. Love to thank him for making something so freaking cool, especially the special effects are really amazing. It's just a really weird movie, but other than that, a lot of movies. Been watching. I'm up to, I think, seasons. Is it 6 now? Married with Children. So I got that box set about a year ago, the one with all 10 seasons, and it's really weird because I could have sworn it was like the original DVD releases of that. Only the first couple seasons had the original song by Frank Sinatra. The opening, dun 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 dun. And anyhow, the rest of the season they had to change the music, and it was like really generic, like kind of elevator music. Well, the collection I have, it's every season is got the original song on it. So I'm assuming when they re-release the box set, they get the rights to the song again, which is cool, because they had to do that with WKRP in Cincinnati. Apparently a lot of the music, the original music from when the show aired, they had to take it out, they had to replace it. And I mean, it's still the same show, but I know some people were complaining because it's just not the same. But anyhow, so Married with Children, I'm at like season 3 of Northern Exposure. I'm trying to get back into the final Twin Peaks. I haven't watched it probably like 2 years. I don't hate it, but for the life of me, I just, it's not terrible. I just haven't watched it, and I need to get back in. I'm gonna get back into Twin Peaks, but the other one I need to get back into is Black Sails. That's a pretty incredible pirate series. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Game of Thrones, although to me nothing compares with Game of Thrones when it comes to TV. Game of Thrones is just it's been a few years, and that show is still just thinking about it. It's like, God, it blew me away. And Breaking Bad, of course, is freaking awesome. I've also been watching, I think I'm at, season 3 of Deadwood, which is absolutely kick-ass. Love it. Just incredible. You know, all these adult shows, gratuitous violence, nudity, sex, extreme violence. Great stuff, man. Really enjoying all that. Yeah, also just my usual, sitting in my room. I don't watch as many movies as you'd think I would. I know some people are like, dude, is that all you do? I'm like, no. I play my guitar a lot too, although I haven't played it in a few days because I just haven't been feeling so great. But yeah, just me. I'm not really that exciting of a person. You know, I usually wake up and I make my coffee, then I take a bath, wash my hair, brush my teeth, get online for a little bit, say hi to friends, usually eat some food, go to work. Don't really do a lot. I have been getting off my ass dealing with some stuff in my life, financial problems. But you know, I'm doing the best I can. I got to say, I feel a little bit better than I did the other day. But yeah, and I'm happy to be doing this, and I'm really happy that I have not turned this off and deleted it. So I think this episode's a go. And then so Tim, you're listening to this. So yeah, buddy, I'm back. You know, the things going on. I was interviewed a little over a month ago for a Heavy Hole podcast by my old buddy Will Wisbicki, who did the incredible band Biolich and some other hilarious, ridiculous stuff. I don't know if you want me to mention that, but I'll just say some pretty bad, funny stuff that he did. And it was a fun interview, and you know, he was talking about maybe doing a follow-up when I get my double LP done and out, which I'm trying to get that together right now. It was really fun. And then recently, last weekend, my buddy Mean Dave, it wasn't just me, but it was also Andy from Captain Three Leg of Mortville Records, Dan Lactose from Spaz and SBA, and Paul from God Stomper, hosted by Mean Dave. And it was not all that I expected. I thought we were all going to be talking about our bands and stuff, but it was actually half the show we were talking about violent slam dancing and windmilling, which I thought was pretty funny. I was like kind of scratching my head. I was like, wait, is that what all that we're talking about? I thought it was pretty funny. But it was interesting, and I made some new friends, and I'm really happy. So if you guys are listening, I'm really happy to make your acquaintance. I mean, I've known of Dan for years. I admit I've never been the biggest Spaz fan, but I'm also not really a huge Power Violence fan. Like, I was the jerk back then that was always like, Power Violence, don't play that game. And I don't hate it. I just always thought it was kind of funny. And I will give Spaz credit because at least they had a sense of humor, because a lot of Power Violence bands are just totally serious. I always thought that was kind of boring. You know, it's like, sounds like some constipated guy trying to take a shit. And you know, I'm not saying it's terrible, but it's just funny. But SBA, his other project, I remember reading an interview with, that was a long time ago, stands for Surrounded by Assholes. And you know what comedy that's from, one of the greatest sci-fi comedies of all time. Of course, I speak of Spaceballs by the legendary Mel Brooks. And then Paul does God Stomper, and I wish I had a reference right now. What was the band, the Barfos or something? No, because he calls himself Paul Barfo. But he did a band. God, I can't believe I completely forget the name at this moment. I'll have to bring it up again later. But anyways, the funniest story, and I told the guys right there on when we did the show, which we did on Zoom, I told Paul, I said, man, it just cracked me up. The interview, he's talking about how his band years ago, opened for the Donnas and said they were all stuck up. And I thought that was really hilarious. I like the Donnas, but I could definitely see that happening. So I was actually laughing. And then, of course, that Dan's noisecore band, Surrounded by Assholes, which my buddy Colton has a collection tape coming out. I really want to get a copy of that because I like that. Oh yeah, and I keep forgetting he was also in Sheep Squeeze, who freaking rules. I love Sheep Squeeze. If you ever want to hear one of the best, greatest records of all time, check out the split 7-inch with Sockeye and Sheep Squeeze. It's pure comedy gold. It rules. It's like ridiculous. And I've got a few records by Sheep Squeeze. I love them. And apparently there's a double CD coming out and a LP collection also. And I want them so bad. I'm already drooling thinking about it, but I'm excited about that. And then, of course, Andy on the show, he does Captain Three Leg, which is one of my all-time favorite bands. You can't just call them noisecore or grind noise because they've also done a lot of prog rock type stuff and a lot of total grind stuff. Really great, kick-ass. Andy's a really awesome dude. I love you, man. I mean, Dave, I love you too. And I'm sure I'll love those other guys. But talking to him a little bit on Instagram. So, like I said, really nice to meet you guys. Known of you guys for a very long time. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, that's supposed to be coming out, I think, this week. And I'm sure we'll get a link or something to that and hopefully get one for the Heavy Hole podcast interview I did. And, so I'm really happy. I've been trying to just get stuff going. It's been kind of hard. A lot of the medication I take, it makes me tired. I've been stressed out about some personal stuff, but like I said, I'm working on it and I'm just really happy that I'm doing this episode right now. I'm doing it in real time. Of course, I pre-recorded it. Although when you hear this, it will have been recorded, and I'm sure Tim would be like, "God, it's finally recording." Like, yes, my friend, I'm finally recording it. The next episode should definitely be concise. Because like I said, I've been writing notes. I know where they're at. I just forgot to bring them with me. But other than that, I don't know. Weather's gotten nicer. Last time that I did an episode, my comic book, the WTF Monster, just come out. My homage parody tribute to John Carpenter. I really need to hype that up. I'm sorry I haven't. I've just, like I said, I don't know. Call it an excuse if you want. And I repeat myself. Oh, well, that's part of my personality, man. I repeat myself. I don't think that some people understand is that I talk to a lot of people online, on the phone, outside of all that. I talk to a lot of people and I enjoy talking. I am kind of a big mouth. I tried doing comedy and I don't know, I guess I did okay. I don't think I was that great. I had quit and I was going to come back. And then COVID hit, and I have not done any stand-up. Although I'm thinking about doing some by myself, just hooking up my camera. Oh, my God. Excuse me. But other than all that, I've been watching, I now have a favorite game show. I've been watching After Midnight, which is really fun. Taylor Tomlinson's awesome. She has a lot of great guests on there. It's a fun show. I love funny women. I think she's really funny. And I've already stated that before. I really like her. I dig Melissa Villasenor and Audrey Plaza. I just watched some interview with her not too long ago, and I was like, oh, God. She's fantastic. I like funny women, and, I know I've said it before. I just think it's funny that apparently there's a lot of men that are intimidated by funny women. I'm not. I think it's awesome. I think it actually is a turn on, too. And let's see, what time is it? Because I have to keep my eye on the time, man. So yeah, I'm just kind of all over the place. That's just how I am. And like I said, and I guess maybe I'm being defensive here, but hey, that's how I am. This is the uh world premiere of episode 1, season 2 of Beyond the Podcast of 1984. I've already promised that, oh yeah, the upcoming episodes are all gonna be, focused. I'm not a very focused person. And, like I said, if you want to listen to a focused podcast that's real super professional, there's plenty out there for people. You can just turn this off right now and go, you know what? Now I feel like Gigi Allen. Yeah, this guy's an idiot standing there. And as long as I don't take a crap on a stage, I got your money. Well, I'm not getting any people's money. Why did I make that reference? Because I had to mention Gigi. I love Gigi. And that is actually going to be coming up because I think it's a week after my birthday is Gigi's death date. So thinking about it right now, that's definitely going to be one of the upcoming episodes is my Gigi Allen, my stories. I know there's been plenty of people like my buddy. I just got back in touch with him. Another awesome dude. Love you, man. Bloody Mess. He's been telling some great stories on Instagram and also on YouTube. Very cool guy. A lot of his old punk rock stories are really, really fun. He's an awesome dude. I love his music too, man. Cheers, buddy. Definitely inspiring to me because Bloody's been just going crazy, been recording a lot, and he's doing his show and telling these amazing stories. I got to still listen to the one about the Plasmatics and Wendell Williams. That's so cool. Of course, as you all know, if this is new for you, you're wondering what the heck does the name of your podcast mean? Well, because the Plasmatics did a kick-ass album called Beyond the Valley of 1984, and if you've never heard the Plasmatics, you're missing out, man. Totally kick-ass, wild punk metal, just great stuff. I love the Plasmatics. I love Wendy's solo stuff, and you got the plugs out there, as I like to call them, the trendoid, whatever jerks that. Oh, I don't like her solo stuff. It's too metal. It's like whatever. It's got a punk feel to. Who cares? I don't care. This whole bitching about, punks versus metalheads versus punks. I just laugh that some of that crap is still going on. I don't give a crap because I like punk, I like metal, and I don't mind when it's mixed together. I like some crossover too. Although I still laugh when Sore Throat did the song a long time ago, The Crossover Is Over. There's some pretty bad stuff too, man, but there's some great stuff. Anyhow, yeah. What was my point? I don't know. Bunch of goofy looking guys. Just get this thing on pause. Looks like George Harrison. I doubt that's him though. So yeah, just kind of up to the usuals as usuals. I gotta say it's a joy hearing back from some friends from like 20 years ago. My friend Blaine. I don't know if he's still living in Renton, Washington, man, but thanks for getting back in touch with me, and really hoping that 4-track comes. You mentioned about sending that 4-track. I really hope so. I'm really excited. Keeping my eye out. So hopefully that's coming. What was it? Another buddy. It's been amazing lately, but hearing back from friends from a long time ago. Oh yeah, like Will. From Heavy Hole Podcast, which I highly recommend that. The interview with Steve Eggs is incredible, and he's got interviews with a lot of different people, and I swear an oath that I'm going to sit down and really listen to more of it because it's really well done. It's very, very professional. The only other one that I really listen to is Night in Vale. My friends Darren and Phil are into, especially Darren. I guess they came here to Spokane a few years ago too. They played at the Fox, did their show live. That's a really incredible, creepy, cool show. It almost sounds like it's like a radio broadcast, from a long time ago, like when it was late night, like The Shadow. It's really cool. It kind of reminds me of tiny. You can kind of reference like Twin Peaks, Twilight Zone, throwing a little bit more horror and weird stuff in it. Really amazing. And this episode is probably going to be, a little bit shorter here. Speaking of stuff, man, I feel kind of like a doofus because I haven't really thrown in a lot of comedy in here. I like doing voices a lot. And speaking of voices, before I forget, my other last thing, besides the Heavy Hole podcast, the show, Mean Dave's show. Also, Tim and I, a couple weeks ago, did a crossover episode, and it was a lot of fun. I guess it's being edited. It's probably out by now. I'm sure it's going to be out probably, by the time you hear this, is going to be this picture. I don't time travel or something. It's going to have been out for a while. We're going to do another episode. I still really hope to do one of it talking about The Thing, because I got a lot of stuff I'd love to mention, and Tim does. So yeah, just one thing I would like to get near the end of this, just tell people that life really sucks sometimes, but you got to do, sometimes you got to go to war. As my grandma used to tell me, if you have problems, don't try to tackle everything at once. That's what I've been trying to do lately. It's been stressing me out. I've been just feeling bad and mentally and physically not feeling so great. But I've been tackling stuff yesterday, Wednesday, got off my butt, made about 3 calls, got some problems figured out. Got to do some more later today. I know, excited, huh? Well, it is for me because my vow is to try to get everything mostly done. I have to call and get an appointment for a colonoscopy, which kind of makes me nervous, but got to do it. Got to get hold of a dentist. Got to do a whole bunch of stuff, man. But I got to say, I'm happy. I'm very happy to be doing this episode. Yeah, listen to the fanfare. All right, isn't that exciting? I don't know. Maybe you want to throw something in there, man. But yeah, I just want to say too, I really like the editing job that Tim's doing here. You're doing a really good job, man. I really appreciate it. And thanks again for everything, man. I love you, brother. And always wish the best for all my friends out there. And I'm definitely gonna do an episode sometime. I'll do a shout out to everybody. But just thank you so much to my friends for giving a damn and for your kind words and tell me not to give up and take care of myself. I really appreciate it. And lots of love to you guys and your critters and also to my family. Thanks for caring. I'm trying, man. It's really difficult. Very difficult. So yeah, this has been the first new episode in a while of Beyond the Podcast of 1984. I'm your endoparasitic alien mutant freak host, the bizarre alien from outer space. And I'm probably the only guy that calls himself an alien, but is a mutant because my blood is black and I like the darkness. And if I stare at a white wall enough, it starts bleeding, and it's pretty cool. That's what I imagine, man. So I guess that's about it. More episodes coming up. It could be another episode as soon as possible. Gonna get rolling. Got stuff coming up. Gigi Allen. What else? More stuff. Horror films, sci-fi, anime. An appreciation of Shinya Tsukamoto, Takeshi Miike, Kenji Fukasaku, Herschel Gordon Lewis. Oh my God, Doris Wishman, David F. Friedman. Was it David F. Friedman? Yeah, all these legends, man. Anyways, cult film, Coffin Joe. Lots of people that I love. that I love your movies. Roger Corman, of course, Francis Ford Coppola, Martin Scorsese. You know, just you know what I mean, man. If you know me, you know me. I'm a movie junkie. Everything from extremely low budget, shot on video, no budget, to multi-million-dollar lame stream. I dig a lot of stuff, man. I don't have any walls, except for most Will Smith movies and stuff like that. But I like a couple of his films. I like a couple of movies by The Rock. And just want to say that I'm sorry that I missed out on May 4th, which was Star Wars Day, but that's okay. Star Wars is in my heart and always will be. Mad Max 2 rules. And yeah, so a bunch of upcoming episodes. This has been an chaotic, haphazard episode. But I'm not defending myself because I don't really care. If I did a big, I'm so sorry. But I'm sure, episodes will make more sense. But if you know me, I don't always make a lot of sense. And that's fine. But the people that have stuck with me, thank you for being my friend. Much love. All that good stuff to you. And I think the medications made me more lovey-dovey. But anywho, this has been Charles the Bizarre Alien from outer space saying thank you for listening to my show. More episodes coming very soon. We also got some buttons for the show, so if you make any kind of donations, you will get some very kick-ass, very nice buttons. They're art, pictures from the podcast, so you can get a hold of me or Tim. Just go to the website. Was it BTP1984.com, and you can also leave comments now too, so please check it out. And smash that like button. Okay, so I'm rambling. I'm gonna go. I feel like I'm on the phone with some friend. They're like, dude, I gotta go. I'm like, that's cool, I'm going. So anyways, stay sick, take care. Don't forget to change your underwear, keep the filth. We'll see you next time on Beyond the Podcast of 1984. Good night. Nanu. Keep watching the skies. Okay, bye.
Beyond the podcast
Boom.
of 1984. Beyond the podcast of 1984.
Beyond the podcast of
1984. What is this?
It's Beyond the Podcast of 1984.
Well? Oh.
It's just BCA.
Better not be. I warn you, for many years, I have been training as an acrobat. Know a lot of tricks.
Well, then show us on BTP1984.com.
Of course I wouldn't. Hey! Well.
BCA finds it very hilarious. Maybe you could tune in and listen to the show, BTP1984.com.
Sure. What do you think I am? A fake?
Are you a diehard fan of Beyond the Podcast of 1984? Do you want to show off your love for the podcast in style? Well, look no further. Introducing our exclusive podcast merch line. From t-shirts that will make you the envy of all your alien friends, to hats that will keep you looking freaky while repping your favorite podcast. We've got everything you need to take your Beyond the Podcast of 1984 fandom to the next level. So don't wait. Head to btp1984.com now and grab yourself some podcast merch before it's all gone. And remember, wearing BCA's merch will automatically make you funnier and more attractive. Get your Beyond the Podcast of 1984 merch today and join BCA's podcast revolution.